So I seriously, I have dad problems with my kids. I'm sitting there just, you just saw your dad play and everything like that. And I'm like, all right, pass the ball to, what are you guys arguing about? Like, look. So my kids, they grew up playing soccer. I have taught them the gospel. I have taught them like how to do this, right? So it's wonderful to me because I was teaching them from a poverty standpoint first. That was my entire, like, you got to learn to play this right. And I've taught them so much. It's you know Mary, when she was in that mode where she was being teachable for a second, I can't fault her because the entire church told me I wasn't coachable. And I wouldn't say that I actually was coachable. There was more that I I just thought that I looked at the situation from we all speak different languages, and how are you going to know unless you know where the ball is? I always knew where the ball was. So to me, it was teaching my children the same thing. Like, don't judge something so fast. Learn to push your opponent to the left and then move. Once your opponent is to the left, that's not a factor anymore. So when you look at the church, it's not a factor. You're already moving. And then, of course, you know, those sensations that you get once you actually get the call. It's, your father's going to be like, no, that's not enough. You're not taking that deal. That's not enough. Like, why are they trying to shortchange you and like give you this? No. And then you wait. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm waiting. Once I get numbers that actually equal what I'm worth, then I'll play again. The world wants to assign value based on money. So let's do it. So once it's paid, once I see it on this card right here, once I see it here, and I check my bank account and it's there, then I'll know. Then I'll be like, okay. Then it's a contract. Till then, I'm going to be pushed into a position undervalued and like my people. Like, you undervalued us. So for me, it's about my people. It really is. Like, they prayed for things, they stayed faithful, and I'm not going to turn away from them. What I'm going to do, I'm going to play for the world once they pay me. Now, it's laughable to me that Christians actually know it's me and then tell me no, they're not going to do this. So in the world, they actually make a choice as well, but they seem to lean towards me. So I think this is going to be amazing. Um, the Christians and all of that, they're gonna sit there frustrated a lot. I'm not going to say they are the devil. I wouldn't classify and judge that quick. Because I think in the next 3 months, there's going to be a whole different turnover of people that actually love this game and they want to play. So it now my kids, they might actually show up with ninja stars and swords and things like that. Like, I'll tell them not to do that, but you know, we're actually gonna we're gonna be a force, and then it's gonna be a noticeable win after win after win after win after win after win. You know, um, I think in the next 3 months, like you'll understand. People are saying the name Michael Brian Thomas is Jesus, and you'll get the point that there is a God, and I love you, and like it'll turn into what I want it to turn into from the perspective of you distrusted the church, and I'm gonna say you were right. You know, so um, it's your life, and we're in a situation now where you guys are talking about neurodivergent and neurotypical, and then some of you are going so far to change your own sex and all that. It's weird. So it's a whole different field that we're on, but one thing we know how to do, and it's just everyday life for us. You know, confirm it in the word. All these terms that Christians and the world don't quite have in their everyday upbringing. Whereas my kids and all that, we play soccer, like we're training like every single day. We, you know, we really are, figuring out our own paths. So then to collectively call them up and say, hey, I want you to play for Team Jesus. I really want, you, you know, uh, how much am I going to pay you? Now, that is, I've already paid you spiritually. So to reward you monetarily is really on my forefront, which the world seems to understand as well. So it's mixing where the money is. That makes sense. Like, let's get to the heart of the issue here. People with money, they're sitting there like, money isn't important because they have money. So when you look at the Christians and all that, when they used me to get their money, then I'm just simply collecting. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm collecting what's actually mine, what you used me for, and then I'm paying my people off it. So it's